So a lot of upside to high rolling in this act. You know, this path and this path are actually like the same path, sort of. I guess not. There's a 5 elite path with a super elite on it. I don't think my silent deck can probably do that. It's the best rare card to start with is silent. Depends on the act a lot. If it's an act with the right sort of texture, probably just reform. But sometimes you're really gonna want a damage card. Quick slash, poison stab, slice. Slime boss act. Slime boss act probably inclines a little bit toward quick slash. I think normally I'd just take poison stab. I'll just take poison stab. Do not read this message or you will become a cutie. Juggernaut, prismatic shard into Juggernaut immediately. Sounds good to me. I have an after image and a footwork. So if I can like work out how to deal damage this round, I should be in pretty good shape. Or alternately get ever so slightly better than this at blocking. I don't think I use this. Unfortunate to get it right before a shop. Okay. I guess. I want to buy an acro. Kinda. How many times have I become a weeb now? I think you only become a weeb once. Once you're a weeb all the way. From your first... I don't know that song. First Aya breath to your last Ugu day. Sure, there you go. Ghost in a Jar is a good potion. Hot take, I know. I'm gonna take a Flying Knee. I think there are enough reasons to do that right now. I would slightly prefer not to Dead Gremlin up. Yay, this one should be really easy. My deck can kill Lagavulin. Ganjorn. Is chat trying to make me say weeb words? Absolutely not. Chat would never do that. Wait, is that what you were trying to do, chat? I know Sundere. And, oh, I had Flying Knee. Other things. Just need a really high quality damage card of some sort. Is Dodge and Roll the high quality damage card that I'm looking for? Maybe it's Eviscerate actually. It's not a terrible Eviscerate. I have a Flex Potion. And already have one Acro. Yandere. Yes, Yandere is another one. After image or like flying knee or something. Poison stab, obviously. Flying knee seems really good, because if I draw Eviscerate, it gets me another 11 damage off Strike plus Flex Potion, maybe. And after image doesn't seem as good with Horn Cleat going off, and this, which I might use. Okay. 14 times 3 is not lethal. Feels bad. Okay, I didn't manage to use a potion. What? What? Hello? Hi. Some good powers. Yep. Just need a little bit of help getting them in play, and then we are good. I've taken some sort of a line through this fight. We'll see. Depends what the next 4 cards are. A lot of dazes. Okay. Good. Maybe both on Tamu? Could be both, yeah. Where are all the dazes? There. I got a very fortunate second shuffle. Preserved insect lol. No journal for this one? Like writing? I haven't been writing a ton recently. I'll just start this fight now. There's gonna be these 2 attacks, and I'd like to have Horn Cleat. Have some regrets. Is Insect the highest DPS relic in the game? It actually doesn't deal any damage. So I guess no. If it dealt damage, it would wake up Lagavulin. It used to wake up Lagavulin. Then people were like, hey, this isn't fun. So. Bouncing Flask isn't bad. I am not super upset if I use Ghost in a Jar for this fight. I don't think I'll lose it with Ghost in a Jar. F1 is so boring. Last night's race was unexciting. I know, isn't it awesome? Love it. Mm-hmm. What's the best meme in Formula 1 this season? It's got to be something about the engines all breaking, right? Right. Unload, Storm of Steel, and Burst. Porpoising is very funny. This is not a very good burst right now. Maybe I can take it with Gambler's Brew though. Maybe. Maybe it's just barely good enough. I hate this. I hate these. Wow, this is awful. Maybe it's just Runic Dome. I guess it's just Runic Dome. This is intense. I can probably do it. Go here and decide, and go this way if not. I should probably just decide now. I mean, I think I can do this. Pretty sure. I think we will be able to plot my kills per day on an exponential graph at the end of this. I mean, you can always do that, right? Doesn't have to be a good fit. So now we are getting attacked for some number, but we don't know what it is. That's fun. Sort of the ideal turn. Wonder if I can actually kill this though. Definitely some hands won't. How much do I care about? 60 gold. Is this enough? 23. Just barely short. Oh, wait. It is a lot of gold, and I'm going to a shop pretty soon. Slice plus, or another eviscerate. I'm gonna try to hold out for a higher quality damage card. Okay, this can be 31. I have 0 block cards on hand. What a terrible shuffle. Double Flamingo. Thanks for the 5 months. Even if it's not 31, I still take some good damage. Okay, but not as bad. These cards don't quite fit here. Could try to make Reflex work with Gambler's Brew though. Not sure I'm seeing it happening. I would like to kill it slightly faster than that, given that I have a Wraith form in play right now. I drew my damage cards. This isn't lethal, is it? 19... It's really close. It's too short. 19, 23 clears most of the malleable. Not quite. I like the Dagger Throw Plus. It works with Eviscerate. It just has a pretty large number on it. I also like this event. Okay. I'm partial to Sling of Courage card remove here. And just take a lot of elites. And we should be okay. Hey, Niablos. Panacea Wraithform? No. Absolutely not. It's a good Eviscerate. Why are the slavers small? Well, I have a preserved insect. So they are smaller. Good, good. Why aren't I small? I'm arguably small. Arguably a little bit small. Backflip seems good. Alright, this way. That's pretty committal, right? Don't think I'm rusting. Do I want an after image? Do I want a neutralize upgrade? I have a weak potion. How do I beat champ? Slowly. Would I be smaller if the slavers had preserved insect? Probably. Okay, that probably full box. This is 24 or 21. This is always 24. I can Wraith form now, I think. This one's always 1 times 5? 4? 5? A buffer stack makes it a perfect fight. Nice, nice. Ceramic Fish has arrived. Just in time for the backflip to give me 9 gold. Oh my god, I got Arena too. Oh my god. This is a strong silent run. Strong silent run. Connects things to the 54 months. You probably should have known that, yeah. This floor heals me for 4 because of Blood Vial. Among other things. Black Star would certainly be a thing right now. Did I actually heal 4? I did actually heal 4. Oh my god. Nice to have a good deck sometimes. We're like sort of close to deflect being okay. Decent chance I just get a 5th energy and never need deflect though. I think I'll hold off on it for now. Piercing Way is a bit worse without being able to see enemy intent. Probably still take it. Yeah, it's going alright, Birch. Don't think I'm going to leave this fight without taking any damage. Although maybe I'm wrong, actually. My deck's kind of strong. Good grief. My deck is kind of strong. What the fuck? Alright. Deal. I want them both. Maybe I take Catalyst first. I think I already always win with Runic Pyramid, probably. I think I just take Wall-Eyed Plans and upgrade it. Just draw a deck in right order, no need for Wall-Eyed Plans. I definitely have a deck where I can win without having to draw it in the right order, though. Whew. I've had some really good sneezes recently. This uses buffer stack. Good sneezes are pretty good. Somnambulist thanks for the 47 months. Grand finale has arrived. Wait, did I not take it? It's unlucky. Heard recently that I consider Runic one of the strongest boss relics. From who? Do I? Sometimes people really like saying that I think things. Wait, hold on. Oh, do you mean Runic Pyramid? Oh, that just is one of the strongest boss relics. That's not a thing I consider, that's just the truth. Was I getting attacked this turn? Is that what's happening? Snecko isn't as good as it used to be. Snecko used to be comparable strength to Runic Pyramid, but I don't think it is anymore. Why is Snecko worse? Because the cards all got better. Runic Pyramid lets you play exactly the right card for each situation, right? So if the cards are really good, then Runic Pyramid's really good. Snecko lets you play generically powerful things which you have access to. But you don't like need generically powerful things even. Like you can just take mid-range commons and they're already good enough to win the run now. Used to be that the reason Snecko was really good was that like Ironclad actually needed to be able to play Bludgeon to be able to win sometimes. Not saying that Ironclad couldn't win other ways, but like there was a subsection of Ironclad runs where you just didn't get offered enough powerful cards to win unless you took a Snecko which let you play uppercuts and bludgeons and get demon form and play early and stuff like that. But the cards just keep getting buffed and the relics get buffed and the potions get buffed and people get better at the game, and eventually you get to a point where you can typically win runs without doing that. And Snecko gets a lot worse. I think I'm good. Also, Runic Pyramid got buffed a while ago? That was a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, when Runic Pyramid only drew 4 cards a turn, it was not as good, that is for sure. But that was like such a long time ago. Yeah, I assumed that the person who said that meant Runic Dome because I currently have Runic Dome, but I don't think that thinking Runic Pyramid is incredibly strong is like a very controversial opinion. There haven't really been balance patches for Spire for a while. We've been on this patch for a long time, which means like strategies are getting sorta... It's not that strategies are getting solved, it is that strategies are getting like stabilized. There's not as much experimenting going on. It's sort of hard to experiment and slay the Spire. I guess I want 48. More than I want 60. Yeah. Experiment with Prismatic Shard. It's possible that there's some point at which Prismatic Shard in floor 1 shop actually gets good. But I don't think we're there yet. And it's not like not doing that is going to cost you a ton, really. Holding it solved is not accurate, but good players are winning a lot really consistently. I took damage, but it was only 2 damage, so Blood Vial can just heal it back. Get owned, slay the Spire. I don't know if I made the point I was trying to make very well though. Like, win rates are always going to go up when people decide that there's a right way to do something and then try to do it a lot. Because you're refining a specific strategy. At the start of a patch, at least for me, there's a lot of like trying lots of different things, and so my win rate is not going to be incredibly high because I don't know how to do them very well. But as a patch goes on, people are going to decide, and you like fall into a pattern, like this is the right way to play Silent or whatever. And it's unclear there actually is, but if there's no destabilizing force like a balance patch or whatever, there isn't all that much reason why you would change what you're doing. And if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, you get really good at that thing. So whether it is the right way to play or not, your win rate's going to go up. But this is one of the reasons why I don't try to maximize my win rate, because I am not really interested in deciding that there's a extremely specific way to play characters right and then refining it to a point where I can squeeze out as much win rate as possible with it, and I'd much rather just sort of like play the game and do a bunch of shit. You know? I don't even think that there's agreement toward the solution space Fearlessly Eloquent. Like, different people have different ways of playing the characters, but they've gotten so refined at the ways that they play the characters that they win a lot. I don't know though, I don't actually watch other people play all that much. I think some of the people who play for win rate a lot like sit in each other's channels and talk about it a ton, so they're probably like congregating around the same solution space. One of the most toxic things is when that happens, and then because you have like a bunch of people working on one solution space, and they're doing really well and refining it very heavily, they like say, no, see, this is the right one because the other ones aren't winning. But like they're not congregating around the other ones and refining them really heavily. They don't actually know. They don't know how much the other ones would win. So that sucks because it gets the game really like linear and boring if it happens. It is a cool water glass soft lard. Why are you having fun in a video game? Yeah, I'll never do it again. I'm sorry. Is chat at a local optimum or a local minimum? No, I don't think pressure points is good. That was not that was not the point I was trying to go for. Do I want to die today? Plus, I'm sort of bad against Reptomancer. I guess I have Preserved Insect and Mercury Hourglass. Actually, that's not true. I took the Poison Pot because I thought I might need it for Champ Fight. Lol. Anyway, just a sort of funny anecdote for you there. I could take Snecko again. I can also just take Coffee Dripper and it's fine, I think. Is an optimization generally the endpoint of most metagames? Inevitably, you'll have people centralized towards one strategy that appears most effective. I mean, yeah, that's a normal pattern. And conceptually, in terms of improving at these games, there's a distinction made between exploitation and exploration. And exploration means trying something new, and exploitation means like deciding what is right and doing it as well as possible. And they're very different things. And generally, exploration is more valuable at the beginning of a learning about a strategic space, and exploitation is a lot better at toward the end of learning about a strategic space. You've reached like an inflection point where it's just like not worth your time to be exploring more very much, and you need to be spending more of your energy on exploiting if you want to do as well as possible. I personally don't like spending my energy on exploitational play though. I like exploring, so. Am I closer to the beginning or end of the Slay the Spire space? Beginning. Like. like. Yeah. Not close. I can make some statements about the solution to Slay the Spire with fairly high confidence as to their accuracy, if not to their precision. Like I can say with extremely high confidence that you should try to add more damage to your deck in Act 1 as a high priority, for example. Which as a guiding principle is like a decent way toward helping you make the right decision. But I don't know. Like there are lots and lots and lots of card rewards that could be presented that are like Flame Barrier versus Headbutt versus Twin Strike. And I mean, I have my own idea about which three of those is going to be best, but I haven't solved it. And I'm not close to solving it, right? What's the difference between accuracy and precision? If this is your target, like that's the center of the target, accuracy would be tending to hit centered around the target, and precision would be tending to hit in the same place. So the blue is more precise, the red is more accurate. I could have put one, like here's one that's precise and is like maybe about as good as the red. So that's like On average, that's the same accuracy as the red, but it's much more precise. It's missing in the same way all the time, but it's not missing by as much as red misses by sometimes. Let's just go to all the elites, I guess. I don't know. Time meter first. Go to this shop with 360 gold, seems good too. We can produce a top 5 commons list with a sample of 10,000 arena matches within the first 2 days. Yeah, but people play wrong. Right? How can you possibly know what the best commons are for a set where your opponents aren't playing very well? Conceptually, it doesn't make any sense. In order to know what the actual best solution of a set is, you have to be playing against people who are playing well. Otherwise, you're just solving, like, how do you beat people who are playing wrong, which is not the same thing. You can know that people tend to play wrong and use cards that benefit from that. Yep. But that is not solving the space. That is learning how to beat your opponents and take advantage of their mistakes. So they are just different things. I'm not making a comment on like which is more valuable or anything. I'm just saying those are not the same thing. No, there's no way to like use statistics to solve Magic the Gathering. Like, that's not a thing that statistics does. Statistics can be used to describe how people play Magic the Gathering. And when you do that, you can do things like look at how the people who are most successful play, and you can look at how the people who make mistakes tend to make mistakes for you to exploit. But none of these things actually have anything to do with solving Magic the Gathering. There may be like some coincidental similarities between the solution of Magic the Gathering and what these statistics tell you, but what you're using statistics for is learning how a population of players plays, and perhaps also how a population of players could be beaten. Which again, has nothing to do with the solution of Magic the Gathering. Yeah, you can't do that with chess either. You could take a Panacea. I'm a little bit light on dexterity. Could use one more footwork. How can you have a solution to a game like Magic where there's hard counterplay? The solution is just a loop. You arrive at Equilibria. It's going to have a lot of mixed strategies. So like starting at deck selection, because it affects the mulliganing process, you want to have some range of possible decks that you're having, and then, I mean, you know, it's hard to explain it all, but it's like rock, paper, scissors. Like the solution of rock, paper, scissors is to throw everything a third of the time. That one's a relatively relatively easy explanation and solution. And Magic the Gathering will have elements like that in it as well. The solution of Magic the Gathering is going to assume that your opponents are solving the game too. Like the solution of Magic the Gathering is going to include your play and your opponent's play. As soon as your opponents aren't playing Magic the Gathering right, the solution to Magic the Gathering is going to understand how to exploit that as well. I think I want this Neko Skull, just not like 100% on it. It does seem like a lot of my damage is the Fumes and Bouncing Flask and Poison Staff. Sure. Isn't there proof that magic is not solvable? You can simplify it to scenarios in which it is sensibly solvable. It's very close to being a good Apotheosis. It may actually be a good Panacea too. Panacea plus Reform is like not that exciting. It might be necessary here, but like, yes, that is the debuff I'm likely to stop. I'm carefully avoiding saying Nash equilibrium while trying to describe to people what a Nash equilibrium is. There are reasons that I'm not saying Nash equilibrium. But yes. The solution given in A Beautiful Mind that explains a Nash equilibrium is bizarrely sexist, but it's like, I'm not gonna do it. Who cares? I decided to take a Panacea apparently. Note also that like AI exploration of games is not the same as solving games. AI tends to be about learning how to play the game well. But learning to play the game well and solving the game are different things. We can beat this fight. For you, game theoretically optimal is close enough to a solution that it's fine / good. Game theoretically optimal is the solution. Right? Am I missing something? What do you think the distinction is? Backflip plus or calculator gamble? Calculator gamble with Tingsha. I think I like backflip more. It feels like because my defense are all upgraded, I don't have to draw cards super fast. Like I block pretty well starting turn 1. And just vibe a little bit more. I guess there's an Apotheosis in my deck now though. Maybe that makes me want to draw cards fast more. GTO isn't going to maximally exploit humans. It does. Game theoretically optimal play understands how to exploit the mistakes of other players. But if you're only studying how both players would play perfectly, then you're not. Yeah, maybe that's the difference that you're identifying. Is the assumption that the opponent is playing well as well. Maybe that's even a normal assumption when you say GTO. I don't remember. This chat is very nerdy. Do these guys know how to party or what? I know how to party. I had people over last night. We played board games. Played some Spirit Island last night. Decent upgrades. Card remove seems really good though. Just go here, I think. Is that a membership card? Don't think so. Is it an Envenom? Also don't think so. Just card remove. Tasning links to the Prime. I played Ocean Spirit last night. It was really fun. Ocean Spirit's interesting. Because I got enough energy from drowning invaders early to go for some major powers, but then my major powers wouldn't drown things. So I wasn't getting energy anymore. So I like had this like mid-game spike off my ability. And then sort of ran out of power as the ability became less relevant. It was cool. I liked it. Did I play with an adversary? No, we haven't gotten up to playing against adversaries yet. Probably we will next time, because we've gotten decent. The game, theoretical optimal play for rock, paper, scissors to play randomly. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. But like, okay, so that's a distinction, because having solved rock, paper, scissors means that if you play against an opponent who always guesses rock, you will always guess paper. Like, that's not a complex understanding to add to your decision space, right? That's arguably pretty straightforward. Wow, we are not hitting Reptimancer with those. Nice Bukasu. feel like y'all are making this a lot more complicated than it is. Dr. Beckle. Double Wraith form makes the Panacea a bit more interesting. Because now I can just do this. I mean, maybe I could anyway, honestly. The complex part is building a way to encode the player will always play rock into the decision tree. But you didn't have any trouble presenting that to me. You were just like, yes, the opponent always plays rock. So what was complicated about it? Like, you're simultaneously assuming that this is something that's tremendously easy for you to just tell as a player of the game, but that a solution of the game couldn't understand it. Right? I mean, getting a computer to recognize that someone is always playing rock. Sure, but like, what does that have to do with solving rock, paper, scissors? Dead branch. Do I want that? Probably. It's not actually that much in this deck. I have 2 of these, this, and 3 shivs on my opening hand. It's 3 cards on my opening hand though. That's a lot. It's quite a bit. Alright, cool. My deck got sweet. Oh god, sure. Why not? Oh my god. Does Dead Branch suffer the same reevaluation as Sekai? Yeah, Dead Branch is a little bit worse than it used to be. There's also like a peak possible win rate sort of thing going on with these relics, where Snekoi is exposed to variance in a way that Sozu isn't, or something. I don't know. Dead Branch is ridiculous. Yep. Dead Branch used to, like, literally just very obviously be the strongest relic in the game. And now it's like, this relic's extremely strong, but not quite what it used to be. Is it true that if your strategy has consideration for detecting suboptimal play, then your strategy can be exploited by a deceptive strategy? If you stray from a Nash equilibrium because you believe that your opponent is playing wrong, you are able to be exploited at that point, yeah. If you stop playing the Nash equilibrium, people Can't exploit your decision. Dead Branch hasn't been changed, it's just like the game around it has been changed. You have a lot more like infinites and tight decks and decks which have 100% ability to kill all their fights already and stuff like that than you used to. That is in fact the definition of a Nash equilibrium. Yep. I'm doing this thing where I fight Spaghetti without knowing if it's cursing me or not again. Awkward. Gonna hope that the answer is not. I have Pentagraph again. Guess I don't have to worry about like blocking or whatever. Rude. If we actually do solve chess, do I think it's with c5, d5, e5, or king f6? Knight f6? Or king f6? Conceptually, I like the idea that it's with king f6. One problem with, like, so in rock, paper, scissors, there is meta information going on, right? So if you limit your understanding of what rock, paper, scissors is to, like, there's no communication of information whatsoever, people are just, like, randomly picking rock, paper, scissors, then there's no way to think that you can get better than 50% win rate. But if your understanding of what rock, paper, scissors is like, my opponents sometimes have tells, and I am capable of interpreting the information that I'm getting off of them, you can go a lot above 50%. Perhaps accuracy is the card I... Oh, nope, guess not. If your opponent is looking at your tiles, doesn't that reduce the odds to 50% again? Some people are better at manipulating others than others are. Just true, unfortunately. Not necessarily a great thing about the world, but a true thing about the world. Would I ever manipulate you? Try to deliberately manipulate you. I'm pretty good at not deliberately manipulating people. Hey, old wolf. But then your rock, paper, scissors strategy is to give away a tell, lose a few games, and beat you because you hold on to the wrong strat for too long. Okay, good luck. Like, there's there's a reason that some people can beat other people at deception games more. It's because they're like better at understanding and responding to you things that are outside of what like you'd naively call the game tree if you're talking about how a computer would solve that game. What do I think about Scarborough Fair? So-so. Let's do this before my artifact charges are all gone, I guess. I got very good at manipulating people once upon a time in my life, and then I was like, this isn't fun. And then I tried to stop, and I got pretty good at stopping. Poker, Magic the Gathering. Just generally being an asshole. Stealing diamonds. I would never steal diamonds. Get out of here. Catalyst? Unlucky. How do I know that I stopped? Well, that's the thing, where I don't try to. But yeah, it's like hard to police every minute detail of your behavior for sure. Plus there's like manipulation that you do consciously and manipulation that you do subconsciously. Steal is a strong word, more like borrow indefinitely. If I display the diamonds that I steal in a museum, do I stop being the bad guy? I'm just manipulating myself into believing that I stopped? Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to be a human. Hard to be a human, yo. The marbles are going back to Greece, that's cool. Or are we switching to proof of stake? You remember my Among Us games? Yeah, I didn't... I mean, I liked playing Among Us, but there were elements of playing Among Us that I did not enjoy. Got somewhat toxic for me eventually. Did I attack the right one with neutralize? I think so. Like, maybe. What's it attacking me for now? more. What is proof of stake? Some restaurants just advertise that they have steak, but some will provide proof. Often it's just the actual thing. Your brother took you, a vegan, to a steakhouse last night. How'd that go? You ate a fuck ton of sides? Yeah. Were they good? Like, the way that you presented that sounds like it was a bad thing, but if it was like a good steakhouse, it seems like maybe the food could have been delicious anyway. My buffer stack doesn't seem like it does very much. Do you think we'll eventually have that do something? That could be nice. Is it doing its best though? Like, really? Here we go. And then I discard them all again. And they all deal double damage. Oh, this is the best day ever. Oh my god, I got another one. Don't die yet. Oh, no, 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 don't die. I should not have. I should not have put Nunchaku on too. I got carried away. My bad. Tony Deca are the easiest third boss on average, I think, yeah. Generally, they're just all pretty easy though, I think. What was my score? I didn't even notice it was high. Was it good? $26.19? That's not that high. It's like okay. Bullet time? Lol. Oh, I just used my artifact charge. That's awkward. Great. I have another Wraith form, so don't have much damage going yet, but we'll get there. Also, they just don't have that much health because of insects. average, what's the toughest fight excluding the heart? Toughest is in most likely to be lethal, or what do you mean by toughest? Which one hurts me the most emotionally? Probably the avocado rat fight. That one's tough. Thanks, Sir Lancelot. I'm not that good at weakening things. I say as I go to the heart fight, still having not taken damage in the last 2.5 runs. The last time I took damage was actually the defect run. Believe it or not. Let's just play Wraithform. That seems completely fine. Bane is here to save the day. Exciting stuff. I should drink this probably. Did that go twice? Didn't feel like it went twice. I think it did. I want to put that in play, but I guess I can't. I want to wait a bit before I Wraithform again. So this turn it's not attacking and it's going to buff itself, give itself some artifact charges. This turn it's attacking for up to 60, which is a big number. I blocked for 60. Nice. This turn is attacking for 47 or something, 48. I don't remember. It doesn't matter that much. Good. I think this seems important. Piercing, what else do I have? Almost there? Getting there. There are 2 piercing whales. Let's do... that. Do we run dome? Do I actually take the time to calculate the damage incoming, or do I just rule of thumb it mostly? My intuition's pretty accurate. Like, I usually just know. I can try to block for 90, which is what I would need to do. Or I can just Wraith Form. Wraith Form and then double Bouncing Flask. That seems like enough. Let's do this then. If I take damage, it's not actually a problem. I did take damage, but it's completely fine. Alright. GG. He shotgun Joey. Rotating Runic Dome streak. Yeah, I mean, Runic Dome's fine. There are definitely decks which are not fans of Runic Dome, but this was not one of them. That's painful stabs. It puts wounds in your deck if you take damage from its attacks, Utapa. The run felt like it was a long run. 124. Okay, it wasn't actually that bad. I've been playing fast recently. I will be right back. I have to run to the bathroom.